For some unknown, ungodly reason, you people like what I think about your gameplay. Therefore, I have started this series called Roast My DBD, where I look at your Dead by Daylight gameplay and tell you how you can improve while making jokes at your expense. In order to be a part of this, you have to fit 3 criteria, actually. You have to, 1, be at least 18 years of age of older, because you have to be at least 18 to interact with me in any capacity. Number 2, you're going to go down to, you need to be at least either a tier 2 channel member or above, or a regular Twitch sub. And then you can go down to the link in the description. You'll find the Roast My DBD channel. If you have trouble seeing it after you've subbed, you have to link your Discord and your Twitch, or your Discord and your YouTube, whichever one you've utilized to you know, the channel membership or the Twitch sub, because some people have trouble with it and then they come and they're like, how do I get access? You have to connect them in order for it to work. All right. So today we see the return of Rin Avgerhound. They have 3.82 thousand hours, and they said, I took advice from the last game I sent in, and I spent more time in Wolf. This game was bad in my chases, and I made a lot of mistakes. Well, I'm glad you could come to realize that. The one thing I'm hoping is that you didn't just like go Wolf all the time without understanding why you're going Wolf. But we'll see what happens. You build Nickelodeon. Let's get here. Your build, you're running the killer doll and the glasses. So once again, you're splitting up your add-ons to try to get the best of both worlds, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. I would rather see you run a Hellfire cooldown over just the glasses by themselves, because they take longer to charge even with the extra pillar. But Killer Doll is one of the best add-ons for Dracula, so it's a very good one that you picked. Submitted 1-2, was it rejected? No, we did it already, Dimgar. Your Oni game? Yeah, we did that one already. Your build, Overcharge, Eruption, Nowhere to Hide, and Lethal. I would swap out the Overcharge for Pop Goes the Weasel, because Overcharge just isn't really that great. Eruption, Nowhere to Hide, and Pop with Lethal is fine. You know, that's a relatively strong build. But yeah, I would not run Overcharge. I would run Pop instead. Anyway, let's take a look at how your game goes. Oh, don't worry, it'll end up on the YouTube. If ever a Roast My DBD doesn't make it to the public YouTube, you guys will get an unlisted video about it in your DMs. I would have lunged a little bit sooner, but that's fine. You still got the hit, so you're still hitting multiple people. Very good job splitting pressure here. You're understanding not to give away free hits, which is something that a lot of people end up doing. You panic there. Yeah, you panic too much. You charge the pounce when you shouldn't have. Very good. Look at that. See, oh my goodness gracious. Very good. You're swapping when you need to. Oh, good pounce. Very good pounce. Very good. That was actually a really good job. See, in your last game, what is this idiot doing? Is he gonna sabo? He's saboing. Good job deciding the drop. Using the third-person camera to see if you can see him. Good job. Was meant to be oppression. Yeah, oppression's not a bad choice either. did not know you could pounce off ledges. Good job. Something I've noticed that you like to do, you did this in the last submission as well. Something I've noticed that you like to do is you like to try to do these prediction shots. That's good if the survivor can't see you, right? So when you're doing these, right? When you come up this way, right? And she sees you and she doubles back. She's got a third person camera, right? So she can see when you come up here and she's right here, she can just turn her camera and see where you're going. So when you came back around to this spot with your fire, she can see where you're trying to predict her going, right? So you have to be very careful with that kind of thing and make sure if you're gonna go for those prediction shots, they can't see you double back. Because she just watched you go back around that way and she was like, okay, that's weird. And then she just fucked off somewhere. You should be in wolf form here. Anytime you are not at a short loop or a safe pallet, you should be in wolf form. Some people have argued that you could use Dracula at jungle gyms. I don't know about that one. I'd say Dracula maybe at TL walls. Here you go. Yeah, this is a great place to be Drac. What are you doing? You can pounce to break pallets too? Yeah, but he doesn't need to.
I have waited for this.
Where did that aura come from? Oh, eruption. Nice. Oh, you almost had that. That was actually that was a really good pounce. You're too eager to use your M2. You like to use your M2 where an M1 hit will work just fine. Something that's a common mistake that I see a lot of people make is all right, so this is you, right? This is you. You know, you've got your little flowy cape, right? And then the survivor is right here, right? Like literally right in front of you. And they're going, right? And they're like screaming and they're getting like frustrated. And then you, instead of like just M1ing and then like knocking them out, instead you're like, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be a fancy pantsy. I need to get my clips for TikTok. So you fucking turn around and you fucking try to M2 them, and instead of them going and dying, they instead go, wow, that was fucking shit. And then they like run off and start frolicking through the meadows. And then you get like really upset because of everything that happened, right? Like this is, like I said, it's not just a you problem. This is something that happens like all the fucking time that I see, where people like, instead of just taking the obvious M1, they try to M2 everything because they got to get their clips for TikTok. And it's just not worth it. If you want to win games, just M1 people who are directly in front of you. You're doing it with both the Hellfire and the Pounce. Like even earlier with the Claudette, I think, or the Yui. I can't remember who, but even earlier when I was like, what are you doing? They were like running in circles directly in front of you. And instead of swinging, you just stood there and stared at them. And then you missed the swing on them anyway. I don't know if you were trying to wait out a dead hard. You're not even sure if it exists or not. Yeah, the reason you're missing these M2s is because you're just throwing them out there like candy. That almost was a hit. If you would have centered the shot a bit more, that would have hit. Yeah, using the bats very well. Decisive feels bad, man.
Stop me.
Nothing you can do about that. I can see all the times where you're like, shit, I should be in wolf form here, and then you switch. Very nice Hellfire. See how you waited till you had a guaranteed shot? He's gonna get it, but you're gonna down him. Now you drop her. Put his ass on a hook. Maybe give him a love tap for being an insufferable piece of shit. I'm kidding. I'm sure Trevor's a very nice person. Also, there's an archive right now that requires you to sabo a hook within 10 meters of the killer carrying a survivor, so sabo builds are to be expected. I would go back and check the Yui on the ground, because that hook might have respawned by now. She's crawling, unfortunately. So you brought a gen kicking build, and you've kicked one generator. If you're gonna bring a gen kicking build, do not patrol gens, right? Like, the point of a gen kicking build over passive slowdown is that you're regularly going from generator to generator. This is also why I don't like gen kicking builds in general, because outside of characters like Freddy, who pressure gens regularly, you don't get much use out of it, right? You're really not going to get that much use out of a gen kicking build if you're going to be spending all of your time just following the survivors around, right? Your whole play style, and this happened in the last game as well. So here, we're gonna do another little PowerPoint presentation here, chat, okay? Another little PowerPoint presentation here. Okay, there are five. There are 5 main play styles of killers, okay? There is Gen Patrol, Heavy Chase, Hit and Run, Tunnel, and Wanderer. Okay? Now, obviously, there's subcategories to this, but Gen Patrol is what your build is for. All right? But you are not a Gen Patroller. Okay? Heavy Chase are killers like Hillbilly, Blight, stuff like that. They get into a chase, and then they're just immediately on to the next chase. You are not that. Right? Not even just the killer that you're playing. This is just not the way you play the game. You don't hook someone and then instantly go find someone else and chase. For that, you need things like Barbecue, Alien Instinct, Friends Till the End, etc. Hit and Run is also not what you are. These are split pressure play styles, usually using things like Sloppy Butcher, Plaything, knockout, stuff like that, slugging styles. You know, you're about going around and injuring and keeping injured multiple people at the same time and trying to do that. You are also not a tunneler. You don't instantly go after the person that just got unhooked to try to get them out of the game. You, my friend, are a wanderer. You walk around the map waiting to find someone, and then you commit to them as much as you can until they're down. The problem is that this is the worst playstyle for trying to win a game. This is a mindless playstyle that is complemented by things like Bamboozle, Blood Favor, you know, no slowdown, basically, or reading perks, right? Your whole thing is just walking around till you find somebody. This is not a good play style for winning games, but this is how you play the game. This play style, I don't really care what people say about it, is one of the strongest. This is what your build is made for, but you're not doing that. You've kicked exactly 1 gen in 6 minutes, and realistically speaking, this build has gotten 0 value, basically. I would recommend, especially with Dracula, you either go for the heavy chase build or for the hit and run build. There's a really good anti-hill build on Dracula that I do with his in-game Alucard shield and the Cube of Zoe. Well, Cube of Zoe's not good, but you can trade that out for like for Killer Doll or something. But it's Sloppy, Corlophobia, Terminus, and Blood Warden. If you wanted to not go in-game, you swap out the Alucard shield for another wolf perk or another wolf add-on, and then swap out the Blood Warden for Distressing or something like that, so that they're always in your Corlophobia. Or you could do Franklin's if they have toolboxes. These are the two I would rather see you look at trying. Either constantly getting into chases with like aura reading perks, or like always having some sort of information available to you, or a hit and run play style where you're constantly putting pressure on everyone, and then once you got like 2 or 3 people injured, you like heavy dedicate to someone, something like that. This Wanderer play style, if you want to win, is not what you need to be doing. Barbecue and Friends Till the End are great on Dracula because the bat form lets you get across the map really fast. That was a very good TP. That was an incredibly good TP. You quick swap and instant TP to the thing. You should be out of bat form by now, though. Actually, you might have just proved me wrong. You obviously knew where she was. I would have been out of bat form because I can't hear. But no, you did good there. I take that back. You're very good at using the bat form. It's something I've noticed. You're very, very good at using the bat form. You know when to use it, how to TP, where to go. See how whenever you have a guaranteed hit with the fire, you do much better and you don't waste as much time or lose as many chases? That's what I want to see. I want to see you be more patient with your fire.
What an emotional display.
Don't try to moonwalk with the wolf too much. You get slowed when you try to moonwalk. Yeah, the reason that happened is because you weren't patrolling gens. They're gonna pick up that slug. I'm almost certain that's Sable's death hook. I don't know why you didn't take your 2K there. They hadn't had a chance to open doors yet. I would have picked her up and instantly hooked her, so you had then you had 2 people injured. Quit leaving these people on the ground. You are wasting time. Because even if you come over, so you're gonna come over here and catch 1 person, right? And then what? And you're committing to the healthy person. What are you doing? Yeah, they're gonna get those gates open, and then what? Yeah, you had a 3K here. You threw your 3K away. You absolutely tossed your 3K out the window. When you down the Sable, you should have instantly hooked her and then gone find the other people. Because what you did was you basically just gave them the opportunity. If that Sable had ran you even slightly better, all 3 of them would have gotten out. Here is your homework for the evening. Number 1, I want you to find a build that suits you. Okay? Oh, shit. You can't see. Hold on. All right. I want you to find a build that suits you. If you are not going to patrol gens, do not run a gen kicking build. If you're going to try to split pressure, I want you to use perks like barbecue and chili, alien instinct, sloppy butcher, things that allow you to split pressure and keep the pressure up. And then run passive slowdowns like Grim Embrace, Ruin, Pain Resonance, things like that. Number 2, I want you to be less... Sorry, no. I want you to be more patient with fire. All right? With your fire, I want you to be more patient. I want you to have a better understanding of what you're supposed to be doing, right? Holding it up and staring at a window or staring at another place just tells the survivor what you're going to do. You need to make sure the survivor is locked into a place where they can't escape it. So they need to be in narrow hallways, vaulting a pallet, vaulting a window, something like that. It's like Pyramid Head's ability, except more limited because you can't send it under things. So I want you to be wary of that. Outside of that, you did really well with your bat form. I was really happy with that. And yeah, realistically speaking, mostly you did not do that bad with the bat form. But those are the 2 things I want you to work on. And yeah, that's all we have here. Once again, if you are watching this on the YouTube and you want to be a part of it, you know how. So go ahead and check that out. Link in the description down below, and make sure you hit the join button. So yeah, other than that, as always, thank you so much to our channel members listed on screen now. If you want to find out how to become a channel member today, get awesome perks like seeing videos early, merch discount codes, and more, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Need more Kaiser in your life? Well, I've got you covered. Check out my second channel, The Kaiser Extras, where I upload full gameplays, stream compilations, me reacting to your Dead by Daylight clips, and more. We also upload a daily short with all the greatest clips from stream. We'll see you over there. Link is in the description.